Are we? Are we on? We're filming? Okay. Hi again, folks. Welcome to Studying Civilizations New and Old. Well, as most of you might know, we're having Ancient Civilizations Month this month. Our viewers didn't really enjoy the Ancient Roman Week last year. We had some complaints about it being too civilized. Well, we are studying civilizations. Anyway, hopefully you'll be thoroughly entertained by the bloody story of conquering and destroying. Today we have a special guest returning to the show. I hardly recognized him when I first saw him, but yes, it is good to have you back, Will.
Brother! Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug. It just feels right. Well, it's good to be back. I brought you these petrified squirrel gizzards from ancient Aztecia. Just for you.
Squirrels have gizzards?
I'm not really sure.
Oh, thanks for the gift.
No problem. Yeah, my name's Phil Butts, in case you don't remember from last time. You might remember my pipe from last time. See, slight upgrade since my visit to ancient Aztecia. You want to take some of that? Girl, that's good stuff. This Aztecs, they know what they're doing.
Alright, Doctor, when I said last year that this man had dedicated his life to studying ancient Romans, I was mistaken. Lately I've been informed that this man knows everything there is to know about history. Everything. And any other subject. Let's just say that if you have a question about anything, this man will be able to answer your question. Anyway, lately he's been doing some homework about the conquest of the Aztecs. Ooh, yes, I know, it sounds fascinating. But before we get to that, Doctor, I would like to ask you about your hair.
My hair? Why would you want to know about my hair, Mr. What was your name?
Geraldo Rivera.
Ah, yes, Geraldo. So, my hair?
You may not remember, but last time you were on this show, your hair was longer.
Ah, yes. Well, it's a long, sad story. See, after studying the ancient Romans, I decided to up my yeah. Thank you. You're so kind, Joe. After studying the ancient Romans, I wanted to up to modern history, so I went to Chernobyl. And as you know, they had nuclear fallout there a long time ago. And well, yeah, all my hair fell out, and now I glow in the dark, like the human nightlight. Kids can't sleep at night. It's horrible. But it's finally just starting to grow back now.
Oh, that's good. All right, so you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let's get started. Today you'll be telling us about. Well, what will you be telling us about today?
Yes. Well, first, why are you wearing the toga, Geraldo? The ancient Roman week was a long time ago.
Well, you may have thought that I was just wearing this toga to act like a Roman during ancient Roman week, but no. This is my normal outfit. You really should see my closet. Anyway, what will you be telling us about today?
Oh, yes, that great and mysterious bloodthirsty people group. No, I'm not talking about vampires. I'm talking about the Aztecs. Hopefully, by the time we are done here, you will know exactly what happened to the Aztecs, their perspective, and of course the Spanish perspective as well.
That's very interesting. Alright, let's get to it. This show is only so long.
Okay.
So, who were the Aztecs? Where did they live? What exactly happened to them? And what did the Spaniards do to kill all those Aztecs?
Well, Geraldo, the Aztecs were very strange natives who lived in Mexico. That's to the south of the United States of America, obviously known as the United States of America back then. That's south is down, okay, just so you clear that. And they wore loincloths, or at least I hope they did, because I wore one the whole time I was there. Anyway, they had a very advanced society and economy. They were also very, very rich. What was probably the most repulsive was their polytheistic religion, which I have no idea what that means, but anyway, I do know that they had many gods who they thought required human sacrifices. Whenever the Aztecs went to war with their neighboring tribes, they didn't kill them right away. No. They captured them, and when the time came, they would sacrifice them. Now sometimes the priest would skin the enemies and put the skin on themselves while they danced around and performed the ceremony. Now this is actually quite fun, as I personally experienced this on my visit. It was great, but I have to say those skins are a bit sticky, and it gets quite hot when you're dancing the mambo in them. Oh, by the way, the mambo, that's the priest's favorite dance.
Wow, that's a...
Yes, I know. Anyway, the Spaniards, or Hernan Cortazon, or Cortez to the layman, decided to set sail to the new continent in 1519 AD. And as you remember from last year at Ancient Roman Week, AD is, what is it?
AD.
That's right, AD for the layman. In search of great riches. That's what they were searching for. But mostly it was to escape his nagging wife. Well, they found the great riches, all right, but one thing was in their way.
The Aztecs.
Wrong. Well, it was more like their gold-digging wives and girlfriends, but the Aztecs posed quite a problem as well. To the Spaniards, this civilization was just something between them and the gold. At first, they tried converting the people to the age-old cult of Catholicism, and then they tried to make them Christians. But that didn't work, so they decided that they would rid the world of their existence. Sadly, I mean the Aztecs, not the Catholics. The Spaniards probably pictured the Aztecs as inferior beings who didn't really matter. And in fact, they didn't. But don't tell the Aztec priest I said that, especially after I was wearing his loincloth.
So those Spaniards weren't very nice guys, were they?
You could say that. I mean, have you ever met a Spaniard? I mean, a guy with the name Geraldo Rivera, who, are you Spanish, Geraldo?
No, and it's Geraldo.
Oh, okay. Well, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. So, what did the Aztecs think about those Spaniards?
Well, see, at first, Moctezuma, king of the Aztecs, I believe, thought Cortazon was a returning god. What an idiot. See, the biggest god in the Aztec religion had been gone for a long time. Where he was, nobody really knew. When Moctezuma heard of this man Cortazon with his shining armor and blasting cannons, you can guess what he thought. Short man syndrome. So, of course, they wanted to please this god, so they gave Cortazon many gifts of great riches. Well, do you think that Spaniards will let this chance be passed up? If you do, then you don't know Spaniards. And like I said before, he had a gold-digging wife to please. So, Cortazon marched right into the capital city, Tenochtitlan, or as the Aztecs called it, Tenochtitlan, and started to destroy it. Well, you can imagine how the Aztecs' opinion changed. Yes, they scrapped that god theory and Moctezuma right along with it.
Wow, that is really interesting. So, did Cortez really kill all those natives? I mean, fighting lots of guys or not in loincloths must have been pretty hard. I mean, they probably could have gotten around a lot faster than those Spaniards in their heavy armor, don't you think?
Well, you were right about those loincloths. I mean, let me tell you about this time when I was wearing mine and let's just say it's breezy. And so, they didn't use just Spaniards to kill off the Aztecs. No, diseases such as smallpox were introduced to the natives who, not as immune, died very easily. Also, many Aztecs were bitten by whooping cranes, and so they died of whooping cough. Yes.
Well, that is very sad.
Yes, it is.
Okay, as I said before, this show doesn't last forever. So,
It should.
one last question. Who was your favorite man in this section of history? Cortez? Moctezuma?
Well, I'd have to say that Moctezuma has left his mark on many visitors of Mexico. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. In fact, while I was there, I picked up a bad case of Moctezuma's revenge, and Oh, oh, oh. I think he's after me. Go to commercial.
All right. So that's, well, that would be the end of our show, folks.